Yo, my peoples, today is day 14 of 75 hard. I'm already 2 weeks in, man. I'm gonna be 2 weeks in after this day. I got such a headache, man. Like, I'm already at the park, as you can see. I've had no breakfast. I have drunk about a litre of water. So it's not really fasted because I've drunk water, but it's close enough. I set myself up for failure today. I tried something new, and the ROI isn't ROIing. I'm definitely not going to do a fasted, semi-fasted workout again, because I just want to sleep, man. I'll be real. Today's Sunday. This will go out on Monday. I'm 2 weeks in, and I'm pretty sure I'm about just over 60 days left. Isn't too bad, but I might have to potentially change up my diet. I might have to add more carbs because I don't want to lose weight, and I might potentially be losing weight. That's not an excuse. That's genuinely me saying, like, I don't want to lose weight. Like, I already cut, bro. I don't want to cut anymore. Might make some adjustments. Not too sure yet. But if I do, it's just gonna be oats. It's not gonna be pastas. So the keto diet isn't benefiting me as well as I want it to. It's a very good diet, but I realized, like, if you're someone who's trying to lose weight, then you'll benefit it more than me. I'm trying to put on weight. I'm trying to get stronger, and I didn't really take that into consideration. I did, like, I knew I'd lose body fat, but my overall strength isn't improving as much as I want it to. So I'm looking at switching up my diet, just add more oats, just so I can feel more like, more fuller. Yeah, because I don't see my strength going up, and, like, I want to get my strength and my weight up. I'm still trying to get bigger, man. I've already done cutting. I'm not trying to cut anymore. And the only way the keto for me right now is gonna work if I eat like a kilo of chicken a day, which isn't gonna happen. So maybe some slight adjustments potentially. It's looking like it. Literally the same food I had yesterday, but I'm just having it a bit later on today. I plan on making something else, but that's gonna have to wait till later on. I used to track my food a lot. Like 2 years ago, I was on my tracking game like crazy, and I was probably at like 90s, which is like probably just over 180 pounds. And I would track my protein. So I'll do pound per weight. So if I weigh 180, I'm trying to get 180 grams of protein. Now, I don't know if I don't really do that anymore. Like, I think I've done it for so long, so I've got an idea of how much protein I'm getting in throughout the day. If I eat the same food every single day, I know how much protein I'm gonna get. When it comes to weighing food, I still weigh certain foods, but, like, I don't weigh everything like I used to like when I used to. I'm kind of, like, past that phase, essentially. I feel like if I'm on a really, really strict diet, and what I mean by strict diet, I mean, like there was a time when I wouldn't even eat an apple, because if I go over, like, my calories, I wouldn't even eat an apple. That's how bad I was. Like, I don't know, some people that's good, but some other people, like, when I think back, it's just like, was that really necessary? If you're trying cutting and you're literally counting the calories. By the way, I want to say, when you're actually cutting and you're reading, the calories on the back of the label of whatever you bought, they're allowed to lie up to like 20%. So you might think you're consuming 100 calories, but you could be consuming like 120. So don't, like, personally, I don't take calories that serious. Like, I do, but, like, if I'm gonna eat an extra meal that's full of nutrients that I need, then I'm gonna do it. If it goes over my calories, then I'm gonna do it, because how is that gonna be harmful? Whereas, if I'm hit my calories and then, and then someone's offering me cake, then forget it. I'm not gonna do it if I'm gonna cut. But I think now I'm just more lenient. Like, I'm more happy to accept certain things. Like, if I've gone over my limit and you offer me, a piece of chicken, I'm gonna eat it. Before, I was like, nah, forget it. I've hit my protein, I've hit my calories, I'm not eating no more. I'd rather starve all night. At the end of the day, like, if you're not competing and you're trying to cut, you can cut and enjoy yourself. You don't need to do like a mad, like what I did. Like, I kind of regret doing that. Like, it gets to a point when you're working too hard to the point where you don't need to work like that. You don't need to work like that. You don't, like, and if anything, you actually might start doing the opposite of progress, because now you've focused on the wrong things. I'm gonna eat this, read after, then I've got back tonight. One thing about this book, even though it talks about masculine energy and feminine energy, which I'm really like actually enjoying to read. It also talks about having hobbies, like a woman's hobbies and a man's hobbies. Usually they're different. Sometimes a woman has masculine hobbies, like let's say maybe she's into cars, or maybe she's into, typically what men are into. And it also talks about if you don't have the time, typically, let's say you're working 8 hours, or you find that you haven't got much time, and in that time you do have, you just rest. That's the time you need to do the thing that you really want to do ultimately. Like if you've got a task, or if you've got a goal you want to achieve later on in your life, the little bit of time you have, that's when you should be doing that. That's when you should be trying to work towards that goal. It don't even have to be like a financial goal. It can be just like playing golf or playing tennis. It don't have to be something like, that you're trying to achieve. Like literally, if it's a sport, like you want to play football or you want to play basketball, it basically promotes you doing that with that little bit of time that you might have. So I kind of like how it goes into that. And I think it opens your eyes a little bit more, because a lot of the people will say that they're doing something, working, whatever. Then, they have a little bit of time left. And in that time, they just be sleeping. Or in that time, they just do nothing. They flick through their phone. And then it's time to go sleep. For someone like me, and for a lot of people who go to the gym, we'll work. Then with that little bit of time we've got, we'll train. And then we'll get ourselves ready to sleep. But I think typically people will work, do nothing, and then sleep, and then complain, I've got no time, I can't do the hobbies I really want to do. But in reality, you do have the time. You're just making up excuses. You're actively procrastinating. There's 168 hours in a week. A majority of those hours we're either sleeping or we're working. 8 hours a day is a third of a day. Cool. And you've got an hour to commute, an hour to, come back probably, and you've got to make yourself food, and you got any inconvenience. Some people don't even sleep for 8 hours. Some people sleep for like 6. Cool, whatever. You've got like 6 hours, maybe like 4 to 6 hours left. You do have time to do whatever you actually want to do. I understand you might be tired, but then that's where you need to look after yourself. If you're not, giving your body the right things it needs to be awake, like eating properly or staying active, then of course you're gonna say, "Oh, I'm tired. Like this is not realistic." It is realistic, but you're just doing it in a shit way. We all have the time to do stuff. It's just not a priority. If you had a friend, or if you got ill, or you had an accident, and you called your friend, "Yo, bro, I just got into an accident." They're going to be hollering you every single day, "Yo, bro, are you good? Oh, do you want me to come around? Do you want me to bring you this?" But why does it have to get to such a, severe situation for you or for your friends to now reach out to you more? Does it make sense? It has to be like a bad, dramatic situation for you or for your friends to start helping you. And it's just a shame that has to happen. It's like, you can't say, "Hey, bro," or like, "How are you?" Or like, "Yo, bro, what are you saying?" Like, I haven't spoken to you in so long. "Oh, do you want to catch up?" Like, that's considered wet. Like, why is that a thing? Like, it just doesn't really make any sense, because that's the type of people that you want to be around. I don't mind not talking to my friends every single day. I can do that. And I'm sure there's a lot of people who don't want to necessarily talk to their friends every single day. It's not a bad thing. It's just, how you're just built. I don't have a problem, messaging one of my friends, "Yo, bro, how are you? It's been a long time." But like, it's like if you don't communicate every single day, the friendship starts to die out slowly and slowly. In school, you talk to your friends every single day because you see them every single day. Once you're in college, you might go to different college than your friend did that you met in school. Now you're just on Snapchat together, or now you're just on Insta together. Now you're just on, PlayStation playing, banging FIFA together. Okay, cool. So you stayed in touch then. But then once you lot start to grow apart, like, okay, now you've moved into another area for university. Now he's started his new job. Then it starts to die out. That's what typically happens, and that shouldn't be the case. Just because you lot aren't in that environment that you was originally doesn't mean that you lot should just be spacing out now. And you'll justify it with saying, "No, I'm too busy, I've been too productive, I want to get this out of the way first." That's like the problem that, that you have, that you can't currently vision because you're in the moment. It's like when an adult, like maybe your dad or maybe someone older than you, says to you, "Don't waste your time, don't waste your years in school because they'll be the best years of your life." Someone even said that to me, and now that's all I can think of, because you're young. But in the moment, you're thinking, "Oh, I'm in school, like, don't worry, don't forget all that, it's just no load of nonsense." Once there's an opportunity there, maybe we don't realize it. But once it's gone, once we're older, once we really don't have time now, once we've actually got responsibilities, that's when it's like, "Oh, I should have made more time with my friends." But you don't realize it now. Now you've got the time to make, good, better relationships with your friends, better relationship with certain family members that you haven't seen in a long time. Now you have time to actually do the sports you want to do or do certain things that make you a better person. Easy to be ignorant, but then there's a time when we all grow up, we all want to go back and wish, we did certain things different. Have wealth in a way, like you genuinely have wealth and like you just don't see it until you're older and then you realize, oh, I could have done things different. If you're young and you can kind of see the understanding that you have the friends there, you have you have connections that you can talk to every single day by your phone, even PlayStation. I don't promote banging PlayStation all the time, but that is still a way to communicate with your friends. If you're someone who just isolates themselves, or you're talking about, oh, you're on your grind, like I'm not going to promote saying, isolate yourself and just, just be depressed around the four walls, ignore everyone outside the world. That's not the way of, doing hard work. If they're no good for you, then sure, yes, cool. Like I would say, get rid of them. Especially if they're taking a piss out of you, or if they're laughing at you because you've got an idea. Yeah, then get rid of those people. You don't need those type of people, because at the end of the day, the people who you're around is the people you're going to be. You might not realize that, but it's true. Even for me, I was around loads of white people. I was around loads of people who were just clueless and headless. What was that? The same thing, just a light-skinned version. When I went to college, it changed. I was around other people. I was around more ethnicities. I was around people with faith. I was around people who had ideas that they wanted to do. And I changed for the better. So it's the same thing for me as well, just as it will be for you. Don't bullshit yourself saying you don't have time. You do have time. You just need to make it a priority. I want to train back tonight. I think I might not be able to mic up because I don't think my phone will last by then. So if I don't, there's just going to be clips of me training, and hopefully tomorrow I can actually be more prepared and mic up for tomorrow will be legs. I know what you're thinking. It looks like a horse just shat on my plate and I'm having it for my dinner. I didn't do the best presentation on this. I actually tried, but clearly it looks burnt, but it's not actually burnt. When I use protein powder, I use chocolate protein powder. So anything that I mix chocolate protein powder with, it just goes dark, but there's genuine chocolate there. It's not like burnt. It's not even burnt. This is my post-workout. I couldn't mic up today because my phone was literally on like not enough percent, and if I started talking, as soon as I said a word, the phone would have died. So I thought, let me just at least record. Did go see family today, and I did eat a bit. Nothing crazy. Still kept it cool. So I kind of like, lost track of time. But I did get my reading in before that. I've done what I have been acquired to do. Good thing about this dish, it's meant to be a pancake. I know it doesn't look like a pancake, I know, but it's meant to be. Good thing about it is that if you want to bulk, you add more. If you want to cut, you add less. Obviously, when you add less, it's very hard to make because it's very runny. Obviously, when you bulk, you've got more protein powder, you've got more oats, you've got more whatever. It's thicker, you can flip it. Sometimes it can be hard to get down your system, but more or less, it's really good for your bulking / really good for your cutting. Very universal. Yeah, trying to incorporate more foods because I'm just eating the same stuff pretty much every day and kind of getting sick of it. And I'm trying to put weight on, so I need to get more calories in. I'm gonna eat this about midnight. How are we looking? I'm gonna go sleep. I'll see you guys on day number 15.